Hello everyone. I've been asked how I plan my audax rides, my stops and all that. And with the upcoming BRM 600 this weekend, I thought I'd make a video talking about how I do it. I believe I've done something like this before in the past, but that was a little long-winded. I'll try to keep this one short and sweet, as well as try to explain more of my general principles. This will probably help people who have trouble making their own plans. Maybe they can incorporate some ideas into theirs. So let's begin. Audax Randomlinears Malaysia uses Ride with GPS for their routes. So this is great. It's a very useful tool. You can look at a lot of things and gather a lot of information from this. So first of all, I need to set up, because Malaysia, so metric, I want to see the distance markers. And I want to make sure that the map I use is map usually means Google Maps, which in Malaysia usually is the most reliable and most up to date, but depending on where you're from, it may vary. And I want to look at the checkpoints. Okay, so for me, my general ride strategy is based on checkpoints. I try to stop at the checkpoints, and this is mostly out of convenience. I'm gonna stop there anyway, so I might as well use that part for food, water, rest, sleep, whatever. And once I've established a stop point at the checkpoint, I look at the in-betweens. The in-betweens are usually spaced around like 40 to 60k, but that really depends on your individual ability. So it varies depending on a person, but for me, that's around 40 to 60. And the way Audax Randomlinears Malaysia spaces out the checkpoints, like CP1 here and CP2 here, okay, these are a bit short, but CP2 to CB3 is about 110, roughly 110k. It roughly comes out to halfway. And when I mark down these in between points, I don't necessarily need to stop there. It's more like a reminder. So during the ride, I know that what's coming up ahead, so that I can make plans during the ride. If I need to refill water, if I need to go to the toilet, if I need whatever I need. Okay, so let's first take a look at the first checkpoint, which is a roadside pond dog. And this is our first exception to my strategy, because middle of the road there is nothing to stop, so you're just stopping here to stamp your card and move on. So what do I do here? I usually look for something nearby, and the nearby thing becomes my main stop, where I make sure to stop and refill and make sure I have everything I need. Unfortunately, there's not much here because Cameron Highlands. So, but I've used this route before. I know that right at the peak of Cameron Highlands, that's around 60 something, there is Petronas Blue Valley. There you go, here it is. So, and actually there's a lot of food stores and whatever here. So even if you don't want to stop at a petrol station, there's a lot of food stores here. And so this comes up as a nice in-between spot. So from starting point up to 65, then because there's nothing at CP1, I make a note that this in-between stop is actually a must stop, and this is where I make sure I have everything. Water, maybe even get an extra bottle of water, because there's probably nothing all the way here. So yeah, that's how I plan for this. And after that, I look at the next checkpoint. CP2 is KFC at Gua Musang. So the distance between CP1 and CP2 is actually only 60k. So it's roughly equal to my in-between stop. I don't really need to look for anything in between. But let's just say for safety purpose, I want to have a backup in between, just in case I run out of water or whatever. In between here would be around 130. So I look at 130 area here. Look, there's a Kedai Runcit Pok Ya. What's that? That's the great thing about, right, with GPS, you can drag your little man here and have a look. And yeah, okay. We are a little off target, but you can of course move a bit and have a look. Does not look like much. Look, not much. It could be an emergency stop maybe, but actually honestly I've ridden this route before, so I know there is something somewhere along the route, so I'm not too worried about this. So I'll just make a note that somewhere in this area there'll be an emergency stop if I need to use it. So we go to Gua Musang CP2, which is very I mean has a lot of stuff. KFC, lots of coffee shops, and because it's a town area, so no worries. Lots of places to refill, rest, and whatever. Next CP is Mary Brown. Okay, so Mary Brown is also another town with also lots of things, Shell, Petronas, supermarkets, so no worries here. I'll make a note that CP3 has a lot of things, no worries. Now let's look at the in-between. Between these two is about 110 plus K, so I want to put an in-between stop somewhere around 200, 210, somewhere around there. So 200, 210 is around this area. You can see some Petronas, Shell, petrol station, seafood restaurant, no idea. But just to be sure, always drop the guy here and look. Okay, this looks decent. I think I probably stopped here before in one of the earlier audexes. So, okay, I'll mark this Shell as a potential in-between stop. And if just in case this is not open or doesn't have anything, I know there's another Petron nearby. So, this in between done, we go to the next checkpoint, which is CP4, BH Petrol Jelly. Where is this place? Okay, this is like right at the foot of the next big climb. So, this is going to be a very important stop. And because it's a late night stop, another important thing you need to be aware of is whether it is open or not. So look, there's another Petronas Jelly here, and you have some options. But a cool thing is you can click on the name, view it on Google Maps, and actually get details. Open 24 hours, that is good. Okay, popular times, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, there's always people stopping there. That is good. So great. I'll mark it down as this is a very critical stop. After you stop here, make sure you refill, make sure you eat, make sure you get everything you need. Because after this checkpoint is going to be your big climb. But before that, let's look at the halfway mark, the in-between. 277 to 361 is about what, 90-ish. So somewhere in between will be maybe 310, 320s, around there. Look, around 304 to 306 is a town. So, okay, I'll mark down there's a town area at this point in case I need to stop for whatever reason. There's even a hospital here, so cool. Probably I saw homestays and stuff here also, but doesn't matter. Important thing is this is a good place with lots of things. Okay, so the in-between for this is done. Let's go to the next checkpoint, which is CP5 Gerik. CP5 Gerik. This is probably going to be a morning or afternoon stop, and it's in a town area, so you know that it's a good stop. You can get lots of food, refill, whatever's. So let's look at the in-betweens. Now, in between will be 361. Wow, this is actually quite a gap, around 120. So the in-between will be around 410 to 420 roughly. Unfortunately, if you look at the elevation profile here, it's actually one big climb. So you aren't really going to find much. But to be honest, I've done this climb before. I know that on top here, there is a rest area that is not guaranteed to have anything. And then at the bottom here, there is some kind of is a hotel or resort that is also not guaranteed to be open or have anything. So your only option is at this checkpoint, which is BHP Patrol. Make sure you really fill up. Make sure you eat, get everything you need, maybe even buy extra water, whatever, and try to get through this whole climb all the way to the CP. Okay, this done. Let's go to CP is the end. So I'll be looking for the next halfway from 480 to 620. Wow, that's another big gap. So I'll be looking at around, I guess, 550 to 560. And 550 to 560 will be this area here, which doesn't really look like much. 590 is Sungai Siput. You probably get a lot of shops, yeah, because it's a town area, but 590 is a bit too far. So I'll be looking further down. Lenggong. I believe Lenggong is a small town. There, yeah, small town area. You might have to go deep, but there's Caltex, BHP. So okay, I will mark down Lenggong as a potential stopping point. And yeah, that's it. I've covered all the checkpoints and all the in-betweens. And depending on how you do your routing, you might need to write this down in a notebook. You might need to write this down in some note app on your phone or something. But I have a premium account for Ride with GPS. I can actually manually edit the what do you call the course, the cue sheet, and actually put notes here, and I will be able to see all this on my Garmin. So it's kind of useful if you get an account on Ride with GPS if you use it often. But yeah, anyway, so that's roughly how I do my planning. A lot of it is actually on the fly. During the ride, I know what is in between each checkpoint, so I can make decisions of where to stop, when to stop, depending on how I feel. And I hope that you can use some of these ideas and incorporate it into your own rides. So yeah, if you're riding 600 this weekend, good luck to you. Hope to meet you guys there. And thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.